Hi, my name's Tina-Renae. This is my channel. Welcome. On here, I will be discussing with you the way creativity works, what intuition is, how it works, subconscious, all these ideas and techniques as well to access creativity. I would love to share with you. So let's begin. I'll start with this painting. It's not finished, so patience. The butterflies, more butterflies are coming, yeah? This bottom bit here is intuitive painting. So it's subconscious blibber blubber. For some reason, our subconscious can understand this blibber blubber on a deeper level. It's a communication, it's a language that it uses, this color line form. And then there's another level where you can use symbolism as well to translate what comes from the subconscious. Subconscious likes using symbolism in your life. As in your reality, it uses symbolism. There's little clues everywhere that are quite symbolic, and that's the way it talks to you in another level of intuition. There's physical items and things that come into your life that help you on your intuitive path, and then there's intuitive guidance, and that can come through different ways of the body or through different feelings or thoughts. I'll discuss all that with you in good time. But what I wanted to really talk about is the morphic resonance field, or this potential dimension. So this base layer of reality that quantum physicists may be talking about by now, I hope. So this conscious reality of ours is quite narrow, and then we've got this underlying subconscious that seems to be connected to everything and everybody. And there is a dimension that I visit a lot, where people, it seems to be the land of imagination, the dimension of imagination, but it is also another way that we can communicate with each other on a soul level. I'll explain why. My family and I, we talk with our mind a lot to each other because we believe we can, and so we do, and belief is a big part of it. And not only that, we've been able to verify it a lot through technical means of yes, well, what's wrong there, you sent me a head message that blah blah blah, and then we get the information back that verifies that our feelings were true or our thoughts were true. So we do this a lot. So I was in the middle of painting this, and I thought, I need a break. I was still in the meditative zone, because that's what the flow is, when you want to talk with the subconscious, and also the subconscious talk with you through painting. It's the flow. I was still in the flow. I had her in mind. She just popped in, and I went over to a shawl that she gave me. I was just drawn to it, and I just put my hands on there, closed my eyes, and I zoned in, and she was there. And she said, I've just had a dream and I want to talk to you about it. I want to tell you about it. And I said, that's okay. Yes, great. What are you doing, Mum? Are you all right? What's going on? And she said, I'm floating. And I went, oh, so does that mean you're dreaming? And she goes, no, I'm floating. And I went, okay. So I got out of the zone, typed a message and said, Mum, when you wake up, can you let me know what this dream was? And see, I'm in France and she's in Australia. So it was early in the morning. She didn't get back to me for a couple of days because she doesn't use the internet every day, because she's a smart little cookie. And when she did, she said, it wasn't a dream. I'll talk to you soon. I eventually talked with her, and she said, I was awake and I had the maps out and I was imagining myself on a cruise ship heading towards France. So she was thinking about me. Tick. That's one connection. And she was using her imagination. Tick. Another connection. So imagination and how we can connect with each other. Very strong link there. I'll give you another example. It was back when I started investigating how intuition worked and all these sorts of things. So I was meditating and I was under the water. I came up and I was in the ocean, and I saw there was a shore there with lots of people on it, and I was standing there looking around like, well, what are we doing here? So I went to shore, and this one lady was illuminated for me. So I went up to her. We had a talk. Her name was Margaret. She had a pretty pearl necklace on. And I said, what are you doing here? And she said, I'm waiting. And I said, you want to come for a swim? And she said, yeah. So she followed me down, and we dived. We went really, really deep. We just kept on going. And then there was this hole that opened up, and there was this pretty little house and a cottage garden. And I said, is this where you want to be? She says, yes, yes. And I went, okay, good. I'll be off then. And so I did. I stopped the meditation. And I came out of it and I went, I know she's real. It didn't feel like she was dead. She was real. How do I verify that? Luckily, it was just at the beginning stage of Google and internet wonders. And so I was able to look up continuously and make quite a few embarrassing phone calls and mistakes until I actually saw her photograph and went, that is her. I'm calling her. And you can imagine the kind of phone call I had to think about it first, because you don't want to start with, hey, have you got a pretty set of a little pearl necklace or something like this? No, it's not something you say. So I gave her the backstory because I had two clues. I kind of had a feeling that she was a psychic, so that was one lead. And then her name was Margaret. So Margaret Psychic eventually came across one. She was in South Australia. I was in a totally different state. And so I called her, told her the story. She was quiet. And then she told me that the pearl necklace was her mother's and was very special to her. And that she'd just come back from a cruise ship trip, and that date that I imagined her and that we went down to a little house, she was very homesick, and she was remembered that she was standing out looking out to the ocean on the deck, and she was just dreaming of being home. I went, okay, imagination, link. Okay, so what do you make out of that? I mean, for me, it helped confirm that intuition is real, that this existence, this reality, or that we are combined in, that we contribute to, is in existence. I want to hear about your stories. Let me know. If you have any more questions, go for it. And I think what I really want to say with this and encourage is use your imagination, practice, because it's the gateway into your creativity. There was one time when I was a bit younger and I thought I want to practice my imagination. So I just looked at a tree and I pictured it in my mind opening up and all these bunnies coming out. It was just beside the road, so some of them got run over. Well, we can't help that. But these are sorts of things that I do, to actually look at something and imagine it changing. Try that. And let me know what you think, how it goes, and I'll see you soon. Bye.